Have you ever been in a situation where you felt cornered, pressured, like everyone was trying to tell you what to do? It's a tough spot to be in. But what if, in that exact moment, you found the strength to not just push back, but to completely flip the script? Today, we're diving into a story just like that. It's about a moment of intense pressure, a group trying to strong-arm a patrol officer, and how she didn't just meet their forte completely redefined the situation with her own brand of strength. This wasn't about physical confrontation. It was a battle of wills, a chess match where the stakes were control and respect. Imagine the scene, a routine patrol, things start to get tense. A crowd gathers, voices get louder, and the air gets thick with expectation. The group's leaders step forward, not with weapons, but with words designed to intimidate, to box our officer in, to make her feel small and powerless. They thought they had her trapped, that their sheer numbers and aggressive posture would be enough to make her back down and follow their demands. They were wrong. What happened next is what makes this story so powerful. Instead of escalating the confrontation or retreating in the face of pressure, she did something unexpected. She took a deep breath, centered herself, and with a calm that was almost unnerving, she took control of the narrative. She didn't shout over them. Instead, she spoke with a quiet authority that cut through the noise. She acknowledged their presence, not as a threat, but as a part of the situation she was managing. She wasn't playing their game of intimidation. She was playing her own game of de-escalation and command. She used their own momentum against them. When they demanded action, she responded with process. When they tried to create chaos, she responded with order. She started asking questions, not to challenge them, but to make them think, to break their unified front. Simple questions, like what is the specific outcome you're looking for here? Or can you explain to me how that helps the situation? This wasn't weakness. It was brilliant strategy. It shifted the focus from a mob mentality to individual accountability. Suddenly, the leaders who were so confident found themselves having to justify their demands, not just yell them. It was a masterclass in what you might call strong-arming the moment. She wasn't overpowering them physically. She was overpowering the tension, the aggression, the entire dynamic they had tried so hard to create. She strong-armed the narrative away from confrontation and toward resolution. She showed that true strength isn't always about the loudest voice or the most forceful action. Sometimes it's about the calmest mind and the sharpest strategy. She turned a potential crisis into a controlled situation, not by meeting their force with force, but by reshaping the very ground they were standing on. This officer demonstrated that you aren't have to accept the role someone else tries to force on you. She was cast as the person to be intimidated, but she refused the part. Instead, she became the director of the scene. Her actions remind us that in moments of high pressure, the greatest power we have is the power to choose our response, to think clearly, to act with intention, and to rewrite the script in our favor. She didn't just handle a difficult crowd. She taught a lesson in composure and control that left everyone, including those who tried to challenge her, in awe. So the next time you feel pressured or backed into a corner, remember this story. Remember the officer who didn't just face the storm, but who calmly redirected its winds. The power to strong-arm the moment is within all of us. It's not about being the toughest person in the room. It's about being the smartest. What did you think of her approach? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, make sure to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.